Hello and welcome. Have you ever had a moment in your life that just changed things for you? There was one question I was asked recently that completely changed my perspective and helped me to jump a hurdle that I didn't even know I needed to jump. So this may be something that could help you as well with you getting to that next level of success. So welcome. So glad to have you on here. And as you're hopping on, please say hi and where you're coming from so I can say hi back. And if we've never met before, I am Debbie Dunford and I am a mentor here inside attractionmarketing.com. And so happy to be here with you. It seems like it's been forever. It's probably only been a few weeks, but I'm excited to be back here with you today. Maddie is here. Hello, Maddie. How are you? So yeah, as you're hopping on, just go ahead and say hi. I'd love to be able to say hi back to you and where you're watching from. So, question for you. Would it be helpful for you if we talked about something that may be limiting your success? Would that be something that would be of interest to you? Would that be something that would be helpful for you? If we discuss something that might be limiting your success, and like I said at the beginning, I was asked this question and it really just opened up my mind to some possibilities and really helped me see a gap or a hurdle that I needed to hop over in order to go to that next level. Okay, so let's hop in and see who is here. Olive is here from Canada. Nice to have you. Cherie's here. Joy is here from Arizona. Hi, Joy. I don't know that we've met before. Nice to have you. And Katrina's from Tuscany. Oh, nice, Katrina. Norm, how are you, my friend? Annalie is from Los Angeles. Fran is here. Valentine is here. Maddie is doing fantastic. That's great. Lane says, hi from Salt Lake City, right by you, friend. Let's see. And Wendy, Southern California. Nice. Okay. And Maddie says, yes, it would be helpful. Listening from Denmark, Eric, nice to have you on here. So yes, it would be helpful. Good. Okay. Watching from the Philippines, love your topics. Well, thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. And Mike is here from Ghana. Awesome. So, okay, so people are saying that, yeah, it would be helpful to discuss something that could be limiting your success, could just be keeping you gapped a little bit. It was keeping me gapped. It was a hurdle I just really hadn't thought through, hadn't put into perspective this piece before. And it's really changed things since I was asked this question. Made a big difference. I didn't think so, Joy, but yeah, hopefully soon. Are you going to be at any workshops? What membership level are you? Because if you're a fast tracker, then I might meet you at a workshop. That would be cool. Cool. Okay, awesome. So some of you may know that we had a little mastermind that I was privileged to be a part of a couple weeks ago. It was about a week and a half ago now. And we have some more people hopping on. Awesome. Say hi. I'd love to say hi back. So a few weeks, somehow time is obviously like speeding up in my head. So it was like a week and a half ago is all, that we were at this mastermind up in Colorado. I was there with some of you awesome people. And it was just a small intimate group of us. There were only about 18 of us. And we had the privilege of being facilitated by TJ Irway, Mr. Tim Irway himself, and Miss Kate McShay. And you know, it was a really amazing experience. It was 2 days where we were working together on our businesses. We're sharing our businesses, sharing and helping each other out with where we might be able to grow further. Okay. Okay, awesome. We have, hey Chuck, nice to see you. Elsa's watching. Joy this weekend in El Segundo. Oh, awesome. Okay, great. Yeah, Aaron, I know that guy. Yeah, you kind of know that guy, don't you, Aaron? So, yeah, great guy. You're lucky to have him as a brother. So, so we had this amazing experience, and as we were wrapping things up, TJ and Kate really wanted to take a little bit of time to give us some things to really think through, kind of some final thoughts. And one thing that came out of all that Kate said was, and this was the main question, okay? She said, are you treating your business like your profession? And I just stopped. I've talked about, and I've talked here on the Daily Dose of Awesome before and talked with different people about, are you treating your business like a business or a hobby? And to me, this takes it one step further, because business or a hobby, I saw that as like, what action steps am I taking? How often am I working on my business? Those kinds of things. And that's how I saw the business versus hobby comparison. But this is more, okay, how am I showing up in my business? What does that look like day to day? How am I showing up? What, emotionally, physically, mentally, how am I showing up? Okay. What does that mean to you, that phrase or that question? Are you showing up as a professional? Are you treating it as your profession? I want to know what you see that, what does that mean to you? I'd love to hear from you what that means to you guys. Yeah, awesome, bam. Okay, so what does that mean to you? Now my comments come in, they're like 5 to 10 seconds lagged, so I'm gonna do a little bit of filler because I really would like to know from you what your thoughts are on that. What does that bring up for you when you hear that question? What is your business? Are you treating your business like a profession? Cindy says, taking it on like a master's degree. Okay, what does that, I'm going to take it a step further, Cindy. Thank you so much for commenting. What does showing up like a master's degree, taking it on like a master's degree, what does that look like for you? Okay. Cherie says, I'm constantly working on my business 8, 10, 12 hours or more. Okay, you're taking it as a business, absolutely. How are you showing up in those 8 hours, in those 10 and 12 hours? That's awesome that you're working so hard and treating it as a business. That's so, so important. So let's take it a step further. How are you showing up during that time? Lane is saying how you dress, how you speak, how you present yourself. That's kind of along the lines that I got out of it, Lane, as well, is that dress and speech and mannerism. And yesterday Miranda talked a little bit on the Daily Dose about time, like being on time for things. If you have an appointment, then you show up for it, and not just show up for it, because not everybody thinks, oh, I need to show up for it, but you also be on time for that, right? Olive said, I work in my business every weekday, most of the day. That's a business outlook. Professionally, I am learning and acting on it. Okay, that's another way to look at it. Great. So again, that professional, I just felt like took it a little bit further than just are you acting as if this is your business? The professional part is how. How are you acting as like this is your business? Susan says, profession means I need to change my thinking. Okay, awesome. Valentine says, I'm working on it 12 to 14 hours, but this is not what counts. Okay, so what does count, Valentine? I'm curious. Lives, daily doses of awesome, some blogs. That's what Sherry's showing up for. Awesome. Cindy is saying she's self-motivated. Love these comments rolling in. Awesome. Love when we can have a discussion. It just, I love that. It just helps everybody grow. Cindy is saying self-motivated, finding any and all resources, learning from all possible ways. It's my top priority. Okay, awesome. Integrity is important. Yes, I totally agree. I loved what Miranda said yesterday. And let's see, efficiency. That is what's important. Okay, awesome. And doing your business regardless of what might be going on personally. Yeah, that can be a hard one, because when things are going on personally that are not that are affecting you emotionally, mentally, physically, affecting you in all those ways, it's hard to show up. But yeah, being that professional means you're gonna show up anyway, and you're gonna push past it. So showing up, doing action regardless. Okay, she said that, yeah. And then, yep, Cherie says the same thing. Always showing up, absolutely. And that's kind of how I saw it. I started thinking, okay, when I was in the corporate world, when I was that professional, how was I showing up? And I thought through, I was a teacher, I was a second grade teacher. So I thought, okay, how did I show up during that time? Well, I got up at a specific time. I didn't just get up whenever. And you know, with this lifestyle, can you not set your alarm? Yeah, you can do that. That's part of kind of the fun, ideal lifestyle. But is that something you might want to consider to help show up like a professional, keeping to a schedule? So, you know, I woke up at a specific time. I dressed appropriately for the occasion, right? You know, and that's another thing. Again, you might say, well, I want to be in my sweats to do my business. Maybe there are times for that, but maybe there's also times where, like, I wouldn't show up on a DDOA in my pajamas unless I had a specific intention with that, right? So the way you dress does affect the way you come across as well to people, right? So that's also something to consider. But, you know, I would show up, I would collaborate with others at work when I was teaching. I would show up with my materials ready and prepared, right? So there are a lot of different things that you can do to show up and be that professional. And so, you know, that night after Kate talked about it, I guess it wasn't during the wrap up because it must have been the day before, because as we were going out to dinner one night, she had just mentioned that, and I thought, you know, I haven't done a post yet today on my personal page, and I was like, I would love to just, I mean, we've had a long draining day and now it's time to relax. And I thought, you know what though, as a professional, I'm gonna make a post. It's only gonna take me a few minutes. I'm gonna show up and be the one to show up and be that professional and show up and make the post. And it didn't take me very long. It took me the car ride, then we enjoyed dinner, you know? So it really wasn't that big of a deal, but it was in that I made the conscious choice to be more of the professional that I wanted to be. Okay, does that make any sense? So let's see. Gabby's saying, as a professional who's less than professional, professional has a weird meaning. I find it means being on time, showing up, being good to your team and customers, and being genuine. But standing your ground, I think. Yeah, but standing your ground. Okay, awesome. Katie says, learning daily from amazing folks in this group, showing up and being real, love that, but sticking to your work till you've achieved what you came to do. Yep, awesome. Showing up with intention, Erin, love that. Okay, and Pusitso, hi, it's probably demolished your name, but hi, great to have you on. Keep going even when you run into hurdles. Yep, awesome. Do research. Yep, okay, awesome. Love this conversation going on in the background. So here's another question for you. If you're not treating your business as your profession, who will? If you don't see it as a profession, who's going to do it for you? Nobody. If you don't see it as a profession, who will? Okay? You can't expect to have the same level of success as people who do treat their business as a profession. You can't expect to have that same level of success if you don't treat it as your profession. Now, well, I won't get into that. Never mind. So how we show up for others and how we show up for ourselves really is how we show up for others. Okay? Does that make sense? Like, if you're doing this to show you have that attitude and you have the intention of the professionalism, then people will see that. People will recognize that. And also, yes, be genuine, but also be a professional. People will take you more seriously. People will notice that. And where might you do this? How might you go about being that professional, showing up as a professional? I'd like to see your thoughts on that. Where might you show up as a professional? Now, some of you already mentioned a couple little things. There's some more. I want to have more of a conversation about this. Where might you show up as a professional in your day-to-day? Okay, what things that attractionmarketing.com teaches, what kinds of places, where might you go to show up as a professional? I'll go back and get some of these comments. Lane says, I used to work at a phone job. People didn't see us over the phone, but we still had to dress business casual. There's a purpose in this. Yes, they've done surveys that show we actually act differently based on how we dress. Thank you. That was said very eloquently. And that's the point that I was trying to make. So thank you, Lane, for helping me out, is that, yeah, how we dress, we're going to act differently. If you're in a suit and tie, you're not going to go out and ride a bike, right? You're going to act differently. So just consider how you want to act and dress accordingly, okay? Love that, Lane. Thank you. Yeah, Katie says nobody else will. Nope, nobody will. So Erin says, okay, so if you don't treat your business as a profession, nobody else will either. Even your clients won't take you seriously. Have you ever noticed that? Has anybody ever noticed that, you know, your clients don't really seem to take you seriously? But when I've gone to events, when I've gone to different things, how do the people presenting or facilitating dress? Like at NES, how were the people dressed? Okay, were they dressed in, now, aside from Whit and his donut shirt, okay, we'll give him a pass, but how were the people dressed? They were dressed the way they wanted to present themselves. They were dressed how they wanted to come off as professionals, I would assume. I'm not inside their heads, but that's how they were dressed. They were dressed as professionals. Jenny says, yeah, in Facebook Lives. That's a perfect place. Hey, Jenny, so fun to have you on. Yes, representation, Richard and Johanna says. On your lives. Okay, yep. So Jenny and Anne-Marie, same thing. In everything you do, but mostly on your Facebook Lives. Yep. Lives and posts. Yep. Sending emails to your list. Ooh, I love that. Like, so where you're, you know, would it make a difference in how you're dressed when you write an email? Okay, think about that. I think it absolutely would, because as Lane said, studies have shown that how you're dressed, you act differently depending on how you're dressed. So, food for thought. Getting up earlier, okay? On your posts, anything social media, any contact with your prospects. That's what Cindy's saying. Yeah. And I wrote some of those different things down on your fan page, on your personal page. Like as you're posting things, yeah, you want to show up professionally. So how might you act? What might you think through? How might you dress? How might you prepare yourself so that you can be that professional? Love these posts, lives everywhere, frankly. Yep, okay. Love that, Wendy. Everyday communications on the phone, in your tone of voice. Some business and some more casual. Yeah, there's gonna be times and places where you can be, maybe you can be a little more casual. It's, you know, think through it and decide for yourself what place you want to be professional. How do you want to show up for these different people and where you are? How do you want to show up and have that intention? Hygiene and attire set a psychological stage. Yeah, I love that. Hey, Tara, nice to have you. Yeah, please watch the replay. Yeah, dress for success. Yep. So Lane says we show up online, Facebook Live, Zooms, also in person. We can even meet at a semi-professional environment. Is that what you're saying? Office space, Starbucks, where meet makes a difference as well. Yeah, so if you're gonna go and meet people, absolutely. Okay, write out your valuable content so you are an authority. Okay, love it, Julie. Thank you so much. So yeah, so my challenge to you would be to decide one way specifically that you're going to focus on treating your business like that profession, as a profession. And you can write it in the comments here. I mean, we've done some ideas here, so maybe just choose one way specifically out of the ones that are here or other ideas that you have. Just choose one way and put it in the comments that you might show up as a professional and be really intentional with that one specific way. And then you can grow that, right, to different places in your business. But choose one way, put it in the comments, choose one way that you can show up as a professional starting today. And share that. We'd love to share that. Let's see. Okay, good stuff. Thanks, sister. You are welcome, Erin. Treat business as professional. Awesome. Brush my hair. I love that. Brushing your hair would be a great idea to show up as a professional. I love that, Erin. Okay, get dressed and go to your home office like you would a regular job. Okay, sweet. That's what Julie's gonna do. Cindy's going to make sure her desk is tidy. Yeah, that's another thought I had. Like at school, my desk would be tidy. I wouldn't want somebody to walk into my classroom with this awful crazy mess. It drove me crazy, and I didn't feel like I could work well either in the mess. So yeah, that's a great one. Olive being prepared for life. Sweet. Richard and Johanna, shine. That would be a Richard one. He's gonna shine his scalp. Awesome. Okay, so love you guys. You're the best. So thank you so much for joining me. And you can join the Daily Dose of Awesome every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks so much for joining. If you got some value out of this, let me know in the comments. Just put #value. I'd appreciate it. And thank you so much for all of your comments. Love the interaction. Love getting on these daily doses with you because I just thoroughly enjoy the interaction, getting to know you guys better. So have a fantastic day. And oh, thank you. I'll have lots of value. Great. Okay. Thanks, Jenny. Glad that that was valuable for you. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you later. Okay, have a good one. Bye.